Hey, Shawnee here from SpeedCubeReview.com. We've got some questions from Instagram to go over, so let's get to it. English Cuber asks, where do you see your cubes going if/when you stop cubing? Well, I don't see myself ever stopping cubing, but if I ever do sell my cubes, it's either going to be for two reasons. One, something horrible has happened and I need to get a bunch of money for something, or I donate them for charity, which means hopefully nothing bad has happened to me. Mika Norino asked, do you plan on improving your blind skills and learn Orosco/3 style? Appreciate your videos. I already know Orosco kind of. I haven't really practiced that too much to really have it down. But I know 3 style. I don't really do it because I just like setting up one piece and solving that. I know it's slower, but to me it's just more enjoyable for the moment. I'll probably practice it more later on. But yeah. Sebastian Cuber asked, favorite 3x3 before the Aolong version 1? Probably, I would say, oh geez, because I had the Aurora pretty early on. It might have been the Fang Shi Shreng Run just because of the way it looked. It didn't, it was almost too fast for me. And now, as this was in a different Q&A, I still need to clean it, and it's a little bit slow, but that's kind of my favorite to use. One Zeena, or Zeena, asks, when did you start cubing and what's your current motivation to keep with it? Well, I've answered the previous one in a couple videos already, and my motivation to keep with it is because it's fun. That's it. I enjoy doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. CrossCuber asks, how has cubing changed your life for good and bad? It's really all been good. I mean, I didn't think I'd be doing what I'm doing now. I still cannot believe people watch this. Thanks. But it's just mainly been good. Isam El Halabi asks, why is COLL useful to learn if using the normal alg is better? So this is a kind of a good question because of what I said in a previous video where COLL can actually be slower than doing OLL and PLL. That doesn't mean you shouldn't learn it. There are some algs that could be nicer. Like if I see an H case, often I will do that. Mainly it's slower because of your recognition and how the turning is. If you have to do RUL algorithm for COLL as opposed to just an RU alg, you could probably do the RU one a little bit faster than RUL. But also for one-handed or big cubes, doing COLL can be better because doing edge PLLs can often be faster than doing something like a G-perm on a big cube or one-handed. Now, that is also personal preference. I would never tell someone to not learn algorithms. If you've learned full OLL or PLL, learn something else. Do COLL or learn alternate OLLs and PLLs. If you learn alternate OLLs, often they might be COLLs as well, and you're, knocking out 2 things at once. You're improving what OLL you use and learning multiple cases. Ogre Cubes and Carlos Mib 1996 asks, check your Instagram message, check your direct message. I do. I'm not seeing anything in there from either of you guys, unless there's hidden messages on Instagram I don't know, but I do check those. Actually, let me check that right now. Oh, there are message requests. I need to check all of those because I didn't know if requests were a thing. Why do they do that? Just show me all of them. Facebook message does this too. I'll check all those later. Impossible Skills asks, should I learn all PLL algs or should I wait? I'm sub 40. Why wait? This, I think, is one of the most ridiculous things that I hear. People like, don't learn this thing until you're this time. Don't put off learning something because your times are slower than another person. Learning new things, if anything, the faster you get, the harder it is to learn new things. It's like being color neutral. I've even heard people say, don't try to be color neutral until you're sub 20. That is so much worse because when you become color neutral, or when you learn new algs, or when you switch to F2L from doing layer by layer, or any of those more advanced steps, you're going to be slower when you learn them. So if you're already, let's say, a minute, and you go to a minute 10, it's not going to be that much of a jump. But if you're 20 seconds and suddenly you go to 30 seconds, that can be much harder to get over. I know so many people who have started being color neutral then quit because their times get so much worse and they just get discouraged. Start things now. Do not wait. Just learn them now, and that way you'll be all set when you get to that faster time. Cubing Burger asks, thoughts on Lindsey Stirling? If you don't know who Lindsey Stirling is, she is a pop violinist who makes millions on YouTube probably at this point and tours and does all that stuff. So I actually saw Lindsey Stirling, a YouTube video of hers before she got famous, and she was asking for critiques and I gave her some, and one of it was to not move as much to practice an intonation. She didn't listen to that, which is fine. I didn't like a lot of her stuff at first because I'm like, this is such simple things. Most high schoolers can play what she does. But she's like the Justin Bieber of the violin world. Not current Justin Bieber, old Justin Bieber, where She can play, she does what most high schoolers can play, but she makes it look fun, she makes it look cool, and she's inspiring for a lot of young musicians, young violinists especially. And I have a lot of students, a lot of private students, because they want to do what Lindsey Stirling's doing. So I've gotten past what she plays is more simple. If I play what she does, I can play it well, but I probably won't make it look as cool as she does. Eder Olivencia asks, what did it cost?
Everything.
Mani IG asks, favorite color scheme. So I believe this color scheme is it. Sometimes I change the blue just because I don't always have what I'm looking for, or I just pick the wrong one, try different things. But white with fluorescent yellow, light blue and fluorescent green, light red and fluorescent orange. Get these from Speedcube Shop. Love it. Kyle J. M. Dietrich. Probably pronounced that way wrong. There's some way to pronounce that more fluid. If you know how to play the violin, does that mean you can play the cello too, or know enough to fake it? It's very different movement-wise. So you can probably get the concept and the difference between doing 1, 2, 3 and 1, 3, 4 for the cello. But the difference between the bowing arm this way and the bow arm this way, and it's not, don't do this. But it's such a different motion that it takes a lot more practice to go from violin to cello than it does violin to viola or cello to bass. Sandy JNS asks, least favorite WCA event. I would say clock and feet. I apologize to those who like that, but clock isn't a twisty puzzle, and I see that going away at some point in the future. And feet, I see that. Wait, isn't that going away at the end of this year? Yeah. Triple Chin Charlie asks, do you think that Dian will become very competitive with other brands like Moyu and Yushin? Definitely. I mean, they went away for a while, but they had a few new releases, and with the Tengyun, like, this is something that I know some people actually use right now. I wish the magnets were a little bit stronger, and if they were, it'd probably be something that I would consider using all the time. Other than that, it feels very much like a GTS2. It performs great. I've just had to slow it down a lot, and other than that, though, without a doubt, I think they already are back in the market. Thank you very much for everyone writing in. I'll probably do one more video of the set of questions from the first question block I ever did, and we'll go from there and get some more questions in the future. So thank you very much. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future, and so always stop by speedcubeview.com for more news and reviews.